Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your Love Tarot reading for September 2022. This is a general love reading. Cross-watchers are also welcome. Keep in mind that the roles of the individuals or energies identified in this reading may be swapped, and that the intensity of the energies or situations may vary, so feel free to take whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. So Leo, in this first column, we look at your love vibrations, basically the energy you're putting out in the universe and willing to receive in terms of love. In the second column, we look at your connection to your body and senses, specifically for sensual pleasure. In this third column, we look at your potential for romance this month. And in this last column, we get love advice from your higher self. And for those interested in any messages from your current or future love interest, I'll be closing off the reading with that. So, Leo, the love vibrations, you have the fly, frustration, survival, impurity. So here there is a sense of some annoyances, it's almost a sense of throwing things to the wall and seeing, what sticks, and needing to kind of possibly revisit some aspects of your past to see what is it that is not serving your best and highest good. So you have the Strength card, which is your Major Arcana card. You also have this Queen of Wands card that says vibrancy on here, so fire sign. And then this Six of Cups, this card of innocence. So Leo, it seems that the energy you're putting out there, it's almost a conflict between, stepping into this sassy power and seduction and kind of like really commanding attention, but then also a sense of insecurities and kind of turning into yourself, not turning into yourself like physically changing, but like turning inwards almost. And with this Strength card, there is a sense of needing to kind of accept both aspects going on there, maybe explore it just a little bit. And so I'm noticing here, actually, you have this, we haven't gone over here yet, but I'm noticing in terms of how you're connecting to your body and senses for sensual pleasure, you have this Wolfsbane card. It says Magic Transformation. So I was saying it's kind of like you're turning into yourself. This is kind of like the Wolfsbane is kind of has to do with, like, I think, werewolf transformations, or that the folklore around that, or preventing those transformations. So maybe there is some kind of change there that you are ignoring, or trying so hard to prevent that. If you try too hard to prevent something like this, you could do more injury to yourself. And then I do notice there's the Three of Swords and Eight of Cups over here, but we'll get to that later. So let's take a look at this Strength card here, Leo. You have the Nine of Wands. So there's a sense of needing to really put in a lot of energy. You're putting a lot of energy into whatever this struggle is that you're having. You're worn out. You're willing to keep, going. And there's a sense of needing to be more aware of your surroundings. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands down here. You have the King of Cups. So this could be, you're trying to attract a particular King of Cups, perhaps a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or this could also be, someone that you cared about. It's like a parent figure, grandparent. Maybe there's like a battle of, being seen as this innocent child and then really embracing your sexuality, your sensuality, your vibrancy, that more fire aspect. So let's take a look at the Six of Cups here. You have the Nine of Cups. So a sense of like self-content, self-happiness, to some degree with these nines here. It's as if you're almost at the end of this cycle, almost at the end of the suit, and it's kind of taking stock of what's going on. And it's like you're not quite feeling, it's like you're not quite feeling adult enough, or you're not quite feeling in the right element. And it could be that more will be revealed with this connection to your body and your senses. So again, this magic transformation here with this Wolfsbane card, it also kind of questions, like, again, whether or not there is, if the remedy, whatever you're trying to prevent, whatever change you're trying to manage, is causing more problems. So you have the Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Prince of Cups, or equivalent is Nine of Cups, and it says introspection here. So with respect to your connection with your body, your senses, it is to some degree kind of indicating that you need to really investigate that. It may be that there was some past hurt, some past disappointment, maybe when you were at some point in time trying to be too much, growing up too fast, trying to be too sexy when you should have been more of a child, or being childlike when you should be more adult-like. Something that you, it's a sense of you left the situation, or you emotionally detached from something that was painful to you. And in that process, it's as if you slightly detached from what your physical body, your senses, your ability to experience sensual pleasure, it's like you detach that aspect of yourself. So let's take a look at the Three of Swords over here. You have the Tower. And that's a sense of, divine intervention coming in and exposing cracks in the foundations so that you can have an opportunity to see what was true, what wasn't true, and build your foundations with, more solid structure there. So let's take a look at the Eight of Cups. You have the Star. It's a card of balance and healing. So to some degree, it seems, you needed to emotionally step away, or maybe even, physically step away, because you needed to heal, and that's the way that you wanted to heal and move on and get a sense of hope and balance. So let's take a look at the Prince or Knight of Cups, this introspection here. You have the Hanged Bunny. So here it's, this introspection. It's an interesting interesting word to have on the Prince or Knight of Cups, as opposed to like romantic or wearing their heart on their sleeve or creative or artistic, something like that. It kind of, along with the Hanged Bunny, it's both of these cards reflect some type of internal, like, self-discovery that has to do with something that's heart-centered and not ego-centered. And with this Tower, there is a sense of ego attached to the Tower itself and building it up, something for appearances. So here it seems that in terms of your connection with your body, your sensual pleasures, it's something which I think is interesting is, the body has to do with the element of earth. Senses, I'd say, has to do with cups, but you don't have any pentacles over here. You have cups, and you have the Three of Swords, which actually shows the, the heart being pierced, which is, the body. But I think that's very interesting. You've got these major arcana life lessons on this side. So here I'm assuming, Leo, in seeing this, you understand what it is that, perhaps hasn't really been quite fully healed, and is still in the process of transforming, so that you can really experience a connection to your body, own it, be proud of it, embrace it, so that you can really maximize your sensual pleasures, in everything that you do, what you hear, the music you hear, what you eat, smelling baked cookies, having a pumpkin spice latte, kissing someone, having basically full possibilities of feelings. And it's almost a sense of, because of a bad feeling, it may be that you created a certain, like, a detachment from your bodies, your sensations, or a tower to kind of build up to protect yourself. But that's for you to kind of figure out, because in terms of potential for romance this month, you've got soul connections. So you're either developing a soul connection, you're going to encounter a soul connection. You've got the, again, the hanged bunny or the hanged man is another name for this perspective card. You've got the 9 of discs or 9 of pentacles, and you've got the fortune, the wheel of fortune here. So again, there's this concept of kind of a shift, a change in terms of how you feel about yourself, what you've accomplished up to now. This sense of assessment. And here, is this like the first pentacle that you have? The first pentacle. And so it's a sense of whatever the soul connection is, might have you really revisiting this concept of assessing where you are in terms of your self-worth, your connection to your body, your connection to your environment. So let's take a look at this 9 of pentacles, 9 of discs. You have this Lover's card. So it's a sense of, connecting with others, connecting with your soulmates, your twin flame, connecting with parents, friends. What you have to offer is, you have to first appreciate what you have to offer. You have to value what you have to offer. And that includes, all aspects of your body, what pleases you, what doesn't please you. So let's take a look at the perspective for the hanged man up here. You have the Death card. So some type of transformation needs to take place, and it may require some type of sacrifice, some type of introspection, some type of patience and delay. So maybe this isn't like, a soul connection that is romantic this month. Maybe it develops into something romantic. Maybe it just helps you, you meet a non-romantic soul connection, or so that you can recognize this focus on self, so you can really focus on you, that leads to a soul connection. But basically, you've got this wheel of fortune is that, there's some type of change coming about, and let's see what that might be. You've got Luna, or the Moon card. So this is interesting. It has to do with intuition. So maybe again, this introspection. It's a sense of really delving into these emotions that are exciting, and both exciting and scary. And really having this sense of strength and confidence in yourself is really huge, in kind of not having these doubts that create these obstacles, with secrets and so forth. But it's a sense of really, this soul connection seems to unravel some secrets that perhaps you have been keeping to yourself. So let's take a look at advice from your higher self. You have let the feminine lead the way. So here, this is a card that tells you to trust your senses, your intuition, that are kind of in this limbo, this transformation. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to fully embrace the, this vibrancy. You've got the Empress, Temperance, and the Devil, all major arcana cards. So the Empress here, obviously the clearest example of the feminine, beauty, love, creativity, nurturing, abundance. With this Temperance card, it's a sense of patience, balance, recognizing that things need to be kind of taken in moderation. You take aspects of the past, take aspects of the present, mix them together and create a new future for yourself. And with this Devil card, there's a sense of either, giving power to something. It's almost like you're giving power to this Three of Swords, Eight of Cups situation. Whatever this Tower, Three of Swords was, you're giving. It's almost as if you are so concerned about this, you've created a whole life around it in terms of, your ability to connect with yourself and really have the love in your life that you want. So let's take a look at this Empress. You have the Three of Wands. So again, this concept of really wanting, it's wanting to expand, wanting to grow, and really embracing the feminine, and embracing, trusting in your body, trusting in your intuition, your senses, is going to help you to expand and grow. Let's take a look at the Temperance. You have this Ace of Wands. So definitely, like I said, you have the opportunity to create something new, blend things together that might not seem to work together. And have some patience and really kind of, it seems like, I'm actually looking at this right now, this Prince of Cups, introspection, this Temperance card, it's almost a flip side. So this individual is shirtless, see the back, they're holding like two cups or two bowls, and this individual is shirtless facing forward and is holding this cup, but there's a reflection. So it's almost as if they're holding two cups. And go even further, this concept here of, introspection. It's a sense of this perspective, the hanged bunny. So there is really a call for you to really tap into your intuition, take things slowly. Let's take a look at this Devil card. You have the Eight of Wands. I just said, take things slowly. And it's like, nope, you just got to move forward. You just got to go. Do it now. But, don't follow someone else's formula. Don't do things that you feel you have to do or need to do. Let the feminine lead the way. Trust your senses, trust your intuition. Trust that there is some divine timing taking place, and that you really need to kind of deal with this situation. Get your inner strength and courage together so you can fully embrace whatever this new path that you are going to create. So now I'm going to pull some oracle cards for thoughts and feelings from your current love interest or your future love interest, depending on your situation. You've got this start now, take flight, wish granted. So here it's a sense of whatever this new path is, whatever this introspection, this surrender, this transformation, new perspective, whatever it is that is calling out to you, to start that right now. And you will transform into something that is like greater than you anticipated, and you will be able to, have whatever it is, whatever this Ace of Wands is, you will be able to create that for yourself. So, Leo, I'm hoping that this reading provides a helpful perspective of love for you in September. To get more information about the month, check out readings for each of your sun, moon, and rising signs. We'll see you next time. Take care.